All right, the last thing we're going to talk about in this video is subtracting polynomials. So when we subtract polynomials, there's two ways you can think about it. One is you can just subtract each term, each of the like terms one by one, or the other thing you can do is you can change all the signs and then add them. Okay, so basically, let's just look at 48 and try it both ways. Okay. So one thing I can do with 48 is I can say, okay, well, I'm going to just subtract the like term. So I have x minus 3x, right? And so that would be negative 2x, right? And then I have negative 7 minus negative 1, right? So negative 7 minus negative 1 would be the same as negative 7 plus 1, which would be negative 6, right? So that's one way to do it. The other way to do it, and this is probably the way I'll do it in the in all the examples from here, is I just write the first polynomial out, and then I would change the signs of everything inside the second set of parentheses. So I would say negative 3x plus 1, and then I would just combine like terms. So right, x minus 3x, negative 2x, and then negative 7 plus 1, negative 6, right? All right, so let's try 52. So I'm going to rewrite this as z squared minus 4z minus 5z squared plus 3z. So I just changed the signs, right? That negative. Remember, it's just like multiplying by a negative 1. And so negative 1 times 5z squared is negative 5z squared. Negative 1 times 3z is positive 3z. Negative 1 times negative 3z, I should say, is positive 3z. So then we combine like terms. Z squared minus 5z squared is negative 4z squared. And negative 4z plus 3z is negative 1z, or just negative z. All right, so that's all it is. All right, let's try 56. That'll be our last example. So I'm going to rewrite this first. I'm going to write the first polynomial just like it is inside there, but without the parentheses. And then the second polynomial I'm going to write as opposites, right? So it's going to be negative 5t squared plus 3t plus 2. So I'm just changing the signs of everything inside. And now I'm going to combine like terms. So I have t squared minus 5t squared. So that's going to equal negative 4t squared. Then we have negative 6t plus 3t, which is negative 3t. And then we have 7 plus 2, which is 9. All right, and that's it. So we end up with a second degree trinomial with a leading coefficient of negative 4. And remember that once again, our variable expressions, our exponents didn't change, just the numbers in front, right? The coefficients are what change when you add and subtract polynomials.